Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shaq here, and welcome to Space Hulk Ascension Edition. This is a little title coming at you from Full Control Studios. Now, they made another game called Space Hulk. Pretty much the exact same game. It comes with this version of it, which comes out November 12th, comes with a few additional features that we're going to go into, but overall, it looks like it's pretty much the same game. Alright, so we're going to go to a new game, and I'll show you guys one thing that I do like. You do get the multiple Space Marine chapters. Now, this is the game that is based off the board game Space Hulk to, it looks like to the letter. Like, I've never played Space Hulk, the board game. I've seen it played before. You're a bunch of Terminator Space Marines walking around these old rickety ships that have just come flying out of the warp, and they're like thousands of years old, and there's gene stealers on board, and they're trying to kick your ass. Anyways, you get to choose which chapter you want to work with, Space Wolves, the Blood Angels, or the Ultramarines. I'm going to go ahead and load up a game that I've already got going. Now, something that should be noted, when I started up my first game, I did the Space Wolves, and I did the tutorial, which takes an absurd amount of time, and then once you get through the tutorial, you get to start playing the actual campaign. I got the first mission accomplished, and then by the time I got to the second mission, what happened was I get the victory screen, and then it fades to black, like you're going to go back to the main menu to choose your next mission. And it just stayed there on the black screen. So that's something they probably need to look at. I couldn't continue. Even worse was it saved over my autosave at that point. So every time I closed the game and I reopened it, if I relogged anything to try to get this to work, it would load in that campaign back at the black screen, and I couldn't continue. So this was a game-breaking bug on that campaign. So I had to start all over again. So we're gonna go to continue game. Now we're playing as the Blood Angels. And if you don't know, this is a turn-based game. You get to choose multiple paths that you can take. So let's take, this is the second campaign that I've had to restart. So I'm fairly early on, this is the second mission in it. So let's do, a squad of Terminators is teleporting in to hold them back. Let's do this one. And you get to choose which squad you take. Now, you can't actually customize your squad members, sorta. Customization isn't fantastic in this. You've got some basic skills that you can choose from as you unlock them. I can give him heat management now. I can give him Eagle Eye, because he's actually ranked up a couple of times. This will give him better sustained fire, better accuracy. We'll keep with the sustained fire upgrade, and these unlock at level 5, which I don't have anybody at level 5 yet, because they all died, and I had to start my campaign over. Back to the mission map. Oh, before we go into the customization here. So now, in this version, I don't know if you could do this in the last one, but you can customize how your guy looks, which as you can see, there's only 5 options, and they're not particularly good. Like, I actually like the helmets the best myself. The body options just change a few doodads on there, and it's only 4 of them. Now, each faction that you play as, each chapter has their own kind of customization options, but there's nothing much better than this. And then the different little bits and bobs that you can put on your guy. Customization-wise, not great. Not fantastic. I can go through here and I can do this for each one of my guys. Loadout-wise, I can choose weapons, but they're all locked. I haven't picked up any guns in any mission that I've played in so far. I can't use any of these weapons. The only thing that I was able to equip my guys with last time was a sword. You can actually click up here and choose what you want to grab. Oh, he's actually ranked up high enough to use the lightning claws. Very effective in close combat. Now, this is something that I find a little strange. Oh, he gets dual claws. All right, we'll give that a go. Why not? And you can actually have a chain arm. We'll rock that. The Space Marines themselves don't look half bad. I mean, honestly, not too bad. Coming from my history with the franchise is Dawn of War and the Dawn of War modding community and Dawn of War 2 and a little bit of the tabletop. And then that third-person game that they did, that action one, Relic made a while back. I think it was just called Space Marine. Let's go ahead and get this started. We'll take our squad Orlando, select and move out. But you're going to find, in my opinion, this one is so slow. Like, the turn-based nature. Like, I love turn-based games. XCOM, you know, Xenonauts. I like turn-based games. But this one is incredibly slow. There's no actual cutscenes. They give you your objectives in this, like, over-the-top. You could barely see the map. It's supposed to be dark and creepy. Our objective is to either eliminate 98 gene stealers, holy crap, or close the 10 bulkhead doors. These are all the bulkhead doors. We could wander around and take these all out, or we could set up someplace and defend, and they'll come swarming in, and we'll more or less camp. And I'm pretty sure that's how the board game played out originally, but to be honest, it's really, really boring. In this particular mission, my guys are actually going to be all spread out. It was actually a misclick. I meant to click in the middle there so I can get these guys together quickly. Let's put you here. And let's put you here. Like, I was looking for a game, when I first wanted to play this, I was looking for a game that would bring me in to the universe of Warhammer. It's such a rich universe. I love the books. I've been reading through the Death Watch books, which are fantastic. But what you get this nice little camera angle up here. We can actually see what's going on. I kind of like that. That's neat. It's about as much of a gameplay mechanic that'll bring you into the universe as any. We're actually going to run everybody back to this point. It's going to be my strategy and defend. Ridiculously slow, though. Like, every mission that I've played so far just about either has me walking in a semi-Congo line to my objective with these big, slow Terminators. Well, they got crazy armor, and you think this armor could take a hit, but no. Gene Stealer is going to get close, and as soon as they get within touching distance, you're dead. So this armor is absolutely useless. I'm pretty sure it's designed to make sure you die if you're wounded. Much like Stormtrooper armor, that's exactly what it's designed to do. So we're gonna set this guy up here, we're gonna open this door, and he's gonna sit here and overwatch. Watch this. This is where he's gonna be for like the eternity now. We're gonna stick him there. Once he has enough points. You have AP in this, like any strategy, turn-based strategy game. It dictates how far you can move. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Dictates how far your character can move and what actions he can do. Opening doors, reloading his weapon, clearing the heat from his gun, because this game needed 2 reload mechanics. He can use 6 AP to walk up here. AP is based on stats that you do get as your characters level up. I love the little camera right there. That's like the nicest touch. One thing you will notice, though, is when I zoom out, I'm playing this on a fairly decent gaming rig, and the FPS takes a dump. It goes to about 20 FPS. Even when I'm not recording, or if I'm recording with the capture card, I see a slowdown. You get 2 squads in a single match, and you'll see a big slowdown, and there's no reason for it. This game isn't that detailed, and the effects aren't that impressive, to be honest. All right, moving up. There's my dude with the claws, Orlando. So we're gonna move you here. We're gonna have to start keeping an eye out because the Gene Stealers are gonna start coming in now. Once we get everybody positioned, here's our Flamethrower Troop. As special weapons go so far, I've only played with the Flamethrower. I have seen that there's like a mini gun bolter. Yet to unlock that, though. Flamethrower is kind of fun, has a big area of effect, reminds me a lot of the actual tabletop. All right, let's double time it. If you guys knew what that means. Now you can speed up the animation of how quickly they walk. If you find that that's slowing your game down too much, the game is ridiculously slow, but if you do that, I mean, then you're not gonna have much. You're literally playing the board game at that point. It's just, the biggest regret when playing this, for me, is the fact that they didn't really do anything with this game. Like, they didn't do anything that's all that impressive. Coming from games like Dawn of War 2, which kind of built out the universe quite a bit, and gave you something kind of unique in a classic RTS way. I was hoping this would be like the XCOM of turn-based games, but for Warhammer, how cool would that be? And then you get into it, and it's like, well, you get Terminators, which you can kind of upgrade, but now we're all closed into this little room. In the next turn, I'll be able to turn them around and have them overwatch the different entrances and pretty much be how they play out in this map. Like, here we go. If you've ever played a turn-based strategy game with squad-based turn-based, Overwatch, you stick him in Overwatch, and as soon as he sees an enemy move within his line of sight, he will fire, and he will kill everything that he sees, like a good Space Marine should. I've never used the claws before, so that's going to be neat. Let's go ahead and move you out of the way. He can kill his battle brothers, so we don't want him sitting here. He can't go into Overwatch because he has the Flamethrower. It's a special weapon. Put you into Overwatch. Everybody with an eyeball above their head should be in Overwatch. Can't actually put you in Overwatch. Like, what am I supposed to do with you? I can't put you in Overwatch. Will you auto-attack with those claws? Will you just get gunned down? It'll be interesting to see. Going into Overwatch. Now, talking about this little camera in the corner, it has a couple of weird options. I can put it into thermal vision, which would be cool if it did anything, but it doesn't. It's just like a little cool visual thing But what's really weird is I have an FPS drop when I turn it on. I know you guys probably can't see it, but I can feel it when I move the camera around. It's kind of strange. All right, let's kick that back on. Overall, in first person, like, the levels look creepy, and it's funny that I'm like, I look at this game and I'm like, I want to play from this perspective, the top right hand corner camera perspective, more than I want to play in the strategy perspective, which is sad. All right, I just took you off of Overwatch. I didn't actually mean to do that. So let's turn you back on. Let's end our turn. We're probably gonna get them swarming in. There you go. You see him firing over here at targets as they walk in front of him. And we'll get their perspective. It'll auto-switch their perspective on the top right. But what is kind of disappointing, we're now picking up, or we're hearing, one of the Gene Stealers out there. One of the things that is disappointing is when he does his Overwatch shot, half the time the Gene Stealer won't even render, so we won't even see him actually shooting the target. He'll just start shooting into the darkness. He attacks the darkness for 2 AP. And this is it. Now I could take the squad and I could do the side objective. Oh, you can see him that time. He missed. Now the Gene Stealer's gotten a little bit closer. His weapon is actually jammed. And the only way we're gonna lose this at this point is if their weapon's jammed and the Gene Stealers can get close enough. Now I could move them as a squad and I could start doing the objective, which it might be a little bit more interesting, but tactically it's not very sound. We'll get picked off. And all you do is cover these corners, put them into Overwatch and cover your way in. And every match that I've played so far, let's go ahead and unjam our weapon and shoot this guy straight in the face. Actually, now what I can do is I can shoot him with whatever weapon he's got equipped right now, which we'll just go ahead and do. All right, so he's down. We've got another one back here. Now I can actually go to attack and I can designate different modes of attacking. I can have him aim attack, which will increase the chance of hitting. I can suppress him. I can do all kinds of funky stuff. Let's gun him down. Now, this is all pretty much what they had in the original game. What this version of the game that's coming out on November 12th has that's different is a ton more missions. There is just, what was it, like 150 missions I think I read in the description for this thing. I haven't seen anywhere near that many yet. It's supposed to be more items to customize and all that. So you're just getting more of the same stuff. So if you didn't like the original, you're probably not gonna like this one. Let's go ahead and turn. Now imagine doing this for 83 kills on these Gene Stealers. Let's just end it again. I'm probably gonna quit this one because honestly, who wants to sit here and watch me do this for 50 turns until we knock this timer down to 0 till we win. So let's load up a different mission and see what we've got. But that would be how you won that mission. You just sit there and shoot down corridors. Just real quick, we'll go into the options and I'll show you what kind of settings we've got. Nothing fantastic. Quality high, insane. Oh, we weren't even on insane quality. Let's throw it up to insane. Gameplay, you can change your plasma color. Shoulder cameras on, turn confirmation. I can change the Gene Stealer's skin. I mean, not really. There's how you turn your animation speed up, but you know, not the greatest of options, but for what the game is, it really feels like something that should have been on a tablet. So far, from what I've played, it feels like this would be the perfect tablet game to play while you're waiting for the bus to show up, you know, or something you play on your phone. Objectives: flame the 2 control rooms, the heavy must survive, and the heavy must not run out of ammo. Accept your orders. There's our deployment overview. You will deploy here, you will flame these 2 objectives, and you will win the day. Like, that's our whole objective. And then we'll Congo line in. Let's go ahead and put our melee guy up front. Let's put our flamer one back. We got to keep that flamer guy alive. Let's put our melee dude right here. Sure, Congo lining it up. Open the door. That's kind of a nifty little artwork piece. All right, we're marching on, and that's it. You march through as a Congo line. You watch each other's backs. You can have them kind of like walk backwards and cover all the flanks, more or less. Overwatch is your friend, and you kind of wash, rinse, and repeat this so far as I've seen it. Maybe the later missions get better. I wouldn't know, because like I said, my first campaign kind of crapped out on me. If you're looking for a game that's going to pull you into the... Let's open this door up, see what we got. I want to use these claws on somebody. I want to stab a Gene Stealer in the face, to be honest. If you're looking for a game that's going to really like give you a taste of the the universe, the lore of Warhammer 40K, which I think is the reason to play any Warhammer 40K game, is to dive into the universe, then honestly, I probably wouldn't recommend this one. Straight up. If you love turn-based games and you love Terminators, and maybe you're just the biggest fan of the Space Hulk. Oh shit, we got a Gene Stealer right here. So here's a perfect time to show off that flamethrower. But if you love this particular game as a board game, and you don't mind playing the exact same thing, at least that's what it feels like, so let's just cook him in the corner screen. That's pretty satisfying. Then, you know, get this, enjoy it, have fun with it. But, I mean, that would be the only time that I would really recommend this. If you're a turn-based strategy fan, pick up XCOM, pick up Xenonauts. There are better options out there. Sadly, no real good Warhammer options, which makes me sad. Let's cover all entrances. I can't tell what this is. Just turn toward it. Okay, it's just a wall. Somebody's gonna get stabbed in the face. Save you some... See, I don't know what you're supposed to do. I think he's supposed to, like, assault. Come on now, can you counter it? What? He's got... Alright then, and now you're dead. Oh! So the guy with the melee-specific weapons just got carved to pieces. Power fist him in the face. Look at that backhand. Took his head clear off. Animations are okay. I mean, they're nothing fantastic. Shoot him in the face. I just lost my highest ranked dude. He had melee weapons of doom, and he couldn't stop him. And I couldn't put him in Overwatch either, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Let's march for glory. All right, he's in Overwatch. He's gonna gun down everything in his way. Move it up. No real big difference that I can tell from the different chapters of Space Marine. Like I said, I played my favorites, the Space Wolves. I was all kinds of excited when I saw Space Wolves on the list of chapters that I could play as. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be cool. They're probably gonna have like the Frost Axe, and I'm gonna just chop up these bastards, and it's gonna be cool. They're gonna rage out, and then I got into this, and it's like, oh, they've got like little tiny percentage differences that make them better or worse. And yeah, just march forward. Just gonna feed you to the Gene Stealers. Honestly, like this is, I would rather play the Dawn of War 1. And they're not, I know they're totally different games, but just, it doesn't sing to me as a fan of the franchise. I like that he's got that chainsword. I kind of want to see that chainsword in action. Let's move you up. Just in turn. Bring on the Gene Stealers. Oh, why didn't you punch him? Punch him in the face. Man, you're way better than the dude that I gave those claws to. Gotta move up. Little bits of trash on the ground. I kind of like playing this. All it really does is make me want a version of like Doom 3, but with like a Warhammer mod. I'm gonna be just walking through people. All right, George the Space Marine, let's go. What do you got? We're picking up baddies? Yeah, we're not picking up anything. And this is the Flamer. We don't really want the Flamer taking point because he's still got a long walk. Let's move you up. That's pretty much it, guys. Well, let me know what you guys think about this one. Am I missing what this particular game is all about? Or is it pretty much how I'm describing it? Because maybe later on, when I'm like 4 more hours into it, because right now I'm probably about 3 hours of total game time into this, and it's just not catching my attention at all. It's really not. But if you guys are having a different experience with the original, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for the Emperor of Mankind, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's just flamethrower for fun. Nuke it from orbit's the only way to be sure.